Buenos días, Burt. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. It's great to hear your voice. Great to talk to you.
How are you? How do you feel during these times of COVID?
This is crazy time, and just grateful to be connected to some music, you know? That's kind of my survival code. Stay in the house, go out to the swimming pool, and see nobody. Very difficult times. Very difficult.
Burt, I called you on your birthday on May, but I didn't have an answer. How was your birthday?
My birthday was a good birthday. Any birthday is a good birthday. Every day is a good day. Very nervous about our country. It's just a shambles now. You know, we just have to do something. There has to be a president that takes over and runs things, not state by state. You know, it's very difficult.
Burt, do you think Biden is going to make it?
Definitely. Particularly, this is so out of control now. Take a look at today's Wall Street Journal, the editorial, when you get a chance, Julio, because they're saying it's going to be a whole different approach. We're going to lose thousands and hundreds of thousands of people dying. They describe it like a war. What about you, where you are?
We're traveling a lot, and we have a tremendous contagious today in Colombia, the country that you visited a few years ago.
I remember.
And we are in a bad time, but I always remember your trip to Colombia.
I had that moment in time when we sat at the bar in the hotel, and you and I talked for about an hour. I shall always remember that, Julio. It was very special, and it was special to play my music for you. And it's great hearing you playing new music now in the background from Blue Umbrella. Certainly made my day.
I love the Blue. I love the Blue Umbrella, and I always remember that conversation in that hotel for more than 1 hour. It was unbelievable. Let me do a very short translation about this conversation. El maestro Burt Bacharach está en su casa, la está pasando muy mal por la preocupación que tiene por su país. Dice que algo tiene que pasar, cree que va a ganar Biden. Nos invita a leer el editorial de hoy del Wall Street Journal. Y Grace, ¿qué más se me quedó? Que bueno...
No, recuerda su viaje a Bogotá y la vez que se sentó con usted en un hotel a hablar 1.5 horas. Dice que es un momento muy especial para él, tocar música, y está muy emocionado de que usted le ponga su nueva música.
Sí, acaba de salir esta semana Blue Umbrella. Y Grace, esa es la primera, Ana, la primera pregunta. ¿Por qué Daniel Tashian? ¿Y quién es él?
Mr. Burt Bacharach, why did you choose Daniel Tashian? I mean, why work with him, and who is he for us that don't know him?
Daniel Tashian, I met in Los Angeles a year and a half ago. He had just won the Grammy Producer of the Year for the Casey Musgrove album. And we had a mutual acquaintance, a girl I was writing with at the time, knew him, and Daniel came to my house, and we wrote this first song, and that you're playing now in the background, and that was the first song that we wrote, and we wrote it that day. And he's a wonderful musician. He's a wonderful, I love the way he sings. I love his words, and he's a real good musical contributor, and he's an all-around, like, triple threat guy. And we get along terrific, but that's the important thing. So we've got this EP that you're playing now, and I want you to hear, if you haven't heard, for Julio to hear The Bells of St. Augustine. I think that would be something that Julio would love. Hopefully your listeners will too. And so we are still writing, though. Even though the EP is out, we now write over the phone. Daniel in Nashville, where he lives with his family, and me here in LA. And we talk on the phone, some Zoom, and we're writing 2 new songs, and the musicians will record their parts in different parts of their own houses.
Grace, ¿qué dijo el maestro Burt Bacharach?
Bueno, nos dice que conoció a Daniel Tashen en Los Ángeles hace año y medio más o menos. Acababa de ganar Productor del Año en los Grammys y se reunieron, empezaron a escribir música, escribieron la primera canción que era la que estaba sonando anteriormente, que estaba sonando de fondo. Dice que es un músico increíble, que ama su trabajo y que contribuyó mucho a la música que hace, pero sobre todo que se la llevan muy bien juntos. Eso es lo más relevante para él. Y siguen escribiendo, siguen en contacto, están por teléfono, por Zoom y van a grabar las partes, los diferentes músicos, cada uno desde su casa.
Grace, yo quiero preguntarle qué lo sigue motivando a escribir. El señor Burt Bacharach ha ganado Oscar, ha ganado Grammy, tiene cientos de éxitos, ya tiene 92 años, uno pensaría que de repente quiere retirarse, pero sigue escribiendo, sigue componiendo y sigue haciendo estas maravillosas canciones y yo quiero saber qué lo motiva. Mr. Bacharach, you've been so successful, you've won Oscars, Grammys, you wrote hundreds of songs, you're already 92 and perhaps we would think that you want to take a break from music, but what I want to know is what keeps on motivating you? What's your motivation to keep on, composing this wonderful music at this point in your life?
Well, thank you for saying that. What motivates me is, it's very important to be connected to music now for me because of the perilous times that we are living in here and all over the world. So it is sort of like my medicine, being able to go to the piano and try to write something new with Daniel, and which we are doing now long distance, even though you have the EP now with all these 5 songs on. That's out, and so we'll have 2 more that will be recorded. All the musicians will be in their own houses, and they will all play their own part. So it continues on, and it's uplifting. It gives me a chance to just forget how bleak my country is right now because of total lack of leadership. Not to get Biden in, it's still going to be very difficult because everything has been wrecked.
Bueno, nos cuenta que está inicialmente muy agradecido por su comentario, Ana. Lo que lo motiva para él ahora mismo es muy importante estar conectado con la música en este tiempo que estamos viviendo en el mundo tan complicado. Dice que para él hacer música es como una medicina, ir a su piano y escribir algo nuevo con Daniel es absolutamente una terapia y están haciendo ahora mismo esta música a distancia. Además de este EP, dice que sacaron o van a sacar 2 canciones más, van a grabar 2 más y como nos contaba anteriormente, todos los músicos en la casa graban sus partes y pues eso para él lo motiva porque ahora mismo su país dice que no hay liderazgo y es un completo caos.
Además, Ana, de estas 7 canciones, porque aquí tengo 5, él dice que vienen 2 más, ¿cuál es el siguiente proyecto inmediato que él tiene?
Mr. Bacharach, apart from these 7 songs, because we have 5 and you just mentioned you're working on 2 more, what's the next project on your agenda?
The next project is to do as much as I can to help the Democrats, whether it's giving money to the Lincoln Project. I've got to stop watching as much cable news because it's so depressing. It's so unbelievable. There's never been anything like this president of ours, So this takes my mind off the president, the terrible times we're in now, when everybody's in, by going to make music. So that it's like medicine for me.
El siguiente proyecto pues es ayudar a lo más que pueda a los demócratas con dinero, al proyecto Lincoln. Dice que debe parar de mirar las noticias que lo deprimen bastante. Para él es increíble lo que está viviendo el país y para él es digamos deprimente porque nunca había visto una situación así en los Estados Unidos con una falta de liderazgo. Para él la música, y reitera, es una terapia.
Maestro Bacharach, estoy viendo una lista de todas las personas que han hecho covers de sus canciones y van desde los Carpenters hasta White Stripes, pasando por los Beatles. Probablemente una de mis favoritas es I Say a Little Prayer de Aretha Franklin. Siendo un compositor que ha interpretado o que ha sido interpretado por tantos artistas, ¿cuál es su cover favorito?
Mr. Bacharach, this might be a bit of a tricky question because we're going to put you on the spot. One of our talents in our show is seeing a list of all the people that have sang some of your songs. We have the Carpenters, White Stripes, the Beatles, perhaps one of her favorites, I Say a Little Prayer from You, from Aretha Franklin. Being a composer that's been so successful and that so many people have made covers of your songs, which one would you say is your favorite cover?
Well, I would say that Luther Vandross singing "The House Is Not a Home." I would say Aretha Franklin doing "Say a Little Prayer," and my favorite song that I ever wrote. If you said what is the song that you most feel is maybe your best song, which is always hard to say. They're like children, you know, these songs. But it would be Alfie.
We meant to say like the best, not perhaps your favorite song, but your favorite cover from which interpreter?
The favorite, because I recorded Say a Little Prayer with Dionne Warwick. And I liked the record, but I didn't think it was a great record. I thought maybe I took the tempo too fast. And it was a hit. But then Aretha came and recorded it maybe 6 weeks later and made it so much better than anything I had done with the song. So.
Bueno, ya contó y se entendió perfectamente cuáles son esas canciones de los covers, pero se atrevió a decir algo que yo nunca le había escuchado. ¿Cuál es mi canción favorita? La mía. Y dijo Alfie. What is all about Alfie? Premio Oscar de la Academia de la película con Michael Caine. Aquí está la historia de Alfie.
Hace un instante, Julio, usted puso una canción maravillosa, I'll Never Fall in Love Again, interpretada por Elvis Costello. Eso hizo parte de un cameo en el cual apareció Burt Bacharach en la película Austin Powers hace ya unos cuantos años, y se retrataba de recrear la década del 60. Para él, ¿qué tan mágico fue volver, por lo menos en el cine, a vivir esa década del 60 y aparecer en una de las versiones de Austin Powers haciendo su canción I'll Never Fall in Love Again?
Mr. Burt Bacharach, let's speak about that little cameo you had in the Austin Power movie with the I'll Never Fall in Love Again. How was it for you to travel back in time and to be able to participate in this Austin Power movie with this song?
Well, the first Austin Powers had me on the top of a bus going down the Strip in Las Vegas, playing the piano and singing What the World Needs Now is Love. And Mike Myers had convinced me, didn't need to do much to convince me, to just come to Las Vegas and get on top of a bus, the open deck bus, and play the piano and sing What the World Needs Now is Love. And they take the bus up and down the Strip until they got the shot that they wanted. And that established Austin Powers, that song, and that moment, and my connection to Austin Powers. So then I was in the next one, and the next one, Mike wanted to have Never Fall in Love Again with Elvis Costello and me doing I'll Never Fall in Love Again. So that was a great run. It was a great history. Working with Mike Myers, that was a great franchise. Always will treasure it. Special moment in time.
Recuerdo cuando hizo ese cover, ese cameo más bien, para la película Austin Powers. Esta es una de las canciones más bellas del maestro Burt Bacharach. Tiene muchas versiones, muchas, desde Sergio Méndez a esta que dicen que es la que más le gustó a él y al compositor Hal David, Dusty. Grace, ¿qué dijo el maestro Burt Bacharach?
Bueno, Julio nos estaba contando de su participación en Austin Powers. Dice que su primer acercamiento fue en la primera, en Las Vegas, tocando el piano con With the World Is Now, y pues lo convencieron de hacer una segunda película. Dice que tuvo una gran conexión con esa primera versión, y en la segunda pues hizo I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Fue un gran placer para él trabajar con Mike Myers en esa franquicia y participar también junto a Elvis Costello.
Yo quiero preguntarles sobre el amor. Esta canción se llama The Look of Love, pues cómo se ve el amor, y la que él nos mencionaba hace unos minutos, What the World Needs Now is Love, lo que el mundo necesita es amor. A lo largo de la entrevista él ha mencionado muchas veces lo preocupado que está por la condición que vive Estados Unidos en este momento, y yo quiero preguntarle si él piensa que lo que hace falta en este país es un poco de amor. Mr. Bacharach, we're listening to this song, The Look of Love, and you mentioned a few minutes ago one of our favorites, What the World Needs Now is Love. And through the interview, you've mentioned how worried you are about the current situation in the United States. Don't you think that perhaps what this country needs right now is a little bit of love?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, there have been moments during this pandemic when things have happened, like the Berkeley School of Music. All the students were quarantined in their dorms, in their own rooms, and they recorded and photographed everybody singing What the World Needs Now is Love. So it's been sort of like an important song during this pandemic, and kind of a lot of emotion tied up to the way it's been done. Different people have done it, and different bands have done it. So, you know, it feels like it's right. Certainly wasn't intended. Well, this virus wasn't intended. So if that was the marching music to counteract some of the feelings and hope, that song then did what we didn't expect it to do, but did it, and was a rallying cry, an emotional rallying cry for people to gather behind and be moved by it. Grateful for that. You can't plan something like that as a composer. It just either happens, and it did in this case, or it doesn't happen, but it happened.
Grace hablaba de amor y del difícil momento que vive su país.
Sí, dice que este momento en especial, en particular, necesita de mucho amor. Este momento en la pandemia, en donde las cosas se ponen complicadas, en donde los estudiantes están en cuarentena, encerrados en sus habitaciones, y cómo resaltaba que han grabado esta canción, que le genera mucha emoción eso, porque pues bueno, todo este virus ha generado todo un caos, pero escuchar cómo graban y replican esta canción que mueve esas emociones que necesitamos en este momento, lo emociona mucho y está agradecido.
Ese amor de él por Sudamérica, por México, por los coros. Voy a cerrar el programa de hoy muy contento, después de noticias tan difíciles, con otra canción de película. Hablábamos de esposos y amantes. W con Burt Bacharach y con su nuevo disco, 7 canciones muy especiales bajo un paraguas, Blue Umbrella. Burt, thank you very much. By the way, listening wives and lovers, when was the last time that you were in the piano of your house in Los Angeles and you played this song?
Wives and lovers?
Yeah.
Which one?
This one, wives and lovers.
long time. I played it in the last concert we did in December here in Los Angeles at the Saban Theater, because we didn't know it was the last concert we were going to do, because we were supposed to play Japan the following month, but things started to go bad, very badly in the Orient, first in China, and then going to Japan did not seem like it was a smart thing to do, and we waited, and they canceled us. They canceled everything because the start of the plague, you know.
Burt, happy birthday. Congratulations on your new record. We hope that you come back to Colombia, to Cartagena, and we can keep in touch.
Well, I not only hope I'll come back, but more than that, I hope in person you and I can sit opposite each other like we did in that bar, in that hotel, a couple of years back, and have more conversations like we had that night. So I'm so happy to hear from you, Julio. I really do. I know I love you, and I love what you stand for, and I love your feelings when you talk that night. And I wish we had more time, and I would love to see, get your feelings and take on what's going on, because we can't do it the way it is here now, with each state having their own set of rules, or because there is nothing coming from the federal government.
Maestro, thank you very much, Master Burt.
Very happy. Okay.
Very, very happy. Yeah, I'm very happy. Nice
How's
to
your
hear
family?
your voice. It's fine. My family is
How
fine.
your family?
It's fine. And what about yours? Your wife, your son?
Yes. My son is in Aspen. My wife is in Del Mar, California. I'm in the house alone with my music and my piano.
That's nice.
You know, I'm very proud of my daughter. She graduated from grad school and got a job already because public health. The first time she applied, she got. I'm very proud of this, and she'll be working out of Aspen in a public health facility. So good for her.
That's great. Have you a good morning in your house in Los Angeles with your piano. And do never forget that, Burt, I also love you very much.
I love you too. Stay in touch once in a while, you know, Christmas card, anything, or just a card, a picture. Send me a picture of you.
Okay.
Hey, there must be a picture of you and me together, right? So that was taken when I was there.
Yeah.
I mean, please send it to me. And I'm glad you like Blue Umbrella. Did you like the one song that I said, Bells of St. Augustine?
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for your time, and have you a good morning, Burt.
And you too. Have a great day. Best to your family. Much love.
Much love. Bye-bye, Burt. Premio Oscar de la Academia Burt Bacharach tiene nuevo disco y estos recuerdos maravillosos.
Acompáñenos en el canal de YouTube @Julio Sánchez Cristo Oficial.